Welcome back. Welcome to part two. This is part two of the previous video that I did for you guys. It was about, I did five, I selected five vintage 45s. And as promised, I promised you that I would do a part two video where I would actually play the songs. And I'm super, super stoked about it because you guys have seen, well, I talked about the musicians. I talked about the musicians, talked about the labels, talked about the songs, and blah, blah, blah. Now you guys are actually going to get to hear these records. And like I said in the previous video, I have Mantovani, I have Patti Page, I have Clyde McCoy and his orchestra, and I have some records here that are, you can see, 60 to 70 years old, okay? So we're going to play these records now, and we're going to see how they sound. We're going to see if they've maintained their sound quality, and we're going to see how they sound after all these years. All right? First record I'm going to play is by Clyde McCoy. It was a song that I featured in the previous video. It's a song called Sugar Blues. Here's the record right here, just so you can see it. Yep. Here it is. Sugar Blues, right? So you guys saw this record in the previous video. Now I'm gonna play it on the record player, and yeah, you guys are gonna see how they sound, which I'm really looking forward to actually because I haven't played. And now I want to warn you guys: these records, or these songs, rather, they're very, very old. They're very dated. I can't I can't stress that enough. Okay, these are really old songs, you guys. So, this isn't going to be Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez type of thing. These are really old songs, and I'm going to play them on this turntable, and you see all these flashing lights, and I've spoke about this turntable before on previous videos, but I have upgraded the stylus to an actual diamond stylus, so the sound quality is significantly better. Thank God. Okay, so the first song I'm gonna play is "Sugar Blues" by Clyde McCoy and his orchestra. So here we go. You guys will get an idea of how this sounds. Oh! I just want to say, this record here, this record, or this 45, actually is from 1950. So it's like about 70 years old. And it actually sounds really good for its age. It sounds really good. This is something This is something that your grandmother or your grandfather, like our grandparents, would have listened to. And yet, here it is, so many years later. And the record actually sounds pretty good. Yeah. So, okay, I don't know, that's enough. All right, so This one is Sugar Blues by Clyde McCoy and his orchestra. So for copyright reasons, I cannot play the entire record, but you get an idea. You get an idea of how that one sounds, okay? So, yeah, sorry, I had to turn it off. Sorry. I know, I know. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to play the B side of Clyde McCoy and his orchestra, and it was a song called I Found a New Baby, and there it is. I Found a New Baby. Look at that record, how it shines. After all these years, 1950, this record is from. So it's like 70 years old, man. It's amazing how it sounds. So this is I Found a New Baby by Clyde McCoy and his orchestra. So here we go. All right, that's enough of that. Okay, so that was oh, there it is. All right, that was I Found a New Baby by Clyde McCoy and his orchestra. Doesn't get any more provocative than that, boys and girls. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to move on to the next 45 that I had in the previous video. Okay, so the next one is Spring in Montmartre by Mantovani and his orchestra. Yes, it's very Italiano, very sexy, very seductive. Ah. Okay, so here's Spring in Montmartre by Mantovani and his orchestra. Here it is. This is from 1956. Yeah, 1956. It actually sounds quite good. It sounds really good, considering how old it is. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. All right, that's enough of that. All right, so that one there was Mantovani and his Very Italiano Orchestra. It was Spring in Montmartre. And this record is here, right there it is there. It's on the London label. Spring in Montmartre, that one that you just heard, that's nearly 70 years old. Okay, so flip it over. I'm going to play the B side really briefly. Good God, we don't have to listen to the entire song. It's a song called Heart in Paris. Okay, here it is right there, Heart in Paris, and that's the B side. So we're going to play that one really quick. And just to give you guys an idea. It does, right? It sounds very, very Italian. It does. This kind of music was very popular back in the day. It was really something. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to be entertaining. I'm trying to be entertaining while we listen to this. Yeah. Okay. That's enough of that. So, yeah, that was Heart of Paris. That was Mantovani and his orchestra on the London label. Ching, ching, ching. There it is. Okay, so the next song we're gonna do is what was it? Patti Page. Do you guys remember Patti Page I spoke about in the last video? So here's the song. One of the songs. I'm going to play both sides of the record briefly because that's probably all YouTube is going to allow me. So here it is on the Mercury label by Patti Page. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking. There it is. So let's play this one really quick, and you guys will get an idea of how this one sounds. This one was released in 1963, so this one's not quite as old, but it's still quite old. Okay? So here it is. I'm Walking by Patti Page.
I'm walking, yes indeed I'm talking about you and me. I'm walking, but you come back to me. I'm lonely inside me. I'm waiting for you come to me. I'm hoping that you come back to me. What you do is when one night you gonna run away and hide. I'm gonna run out inside. You couldn't let it out. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm walking, but you come back to me. I'm walking, yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm walking. I'm walking.
She's walking.
Yes, indeed, I'm talking
She's
about
talking.
you and me. I'm hoping.
She's hoping.
Come back to me. I'm lonely inside.
Alright, that's enough of that. So that was I'm Walking by Patti Page. Oh, what is happening? Okay, there we go. I'm Walking by Patti Page. And on the B side was Invitation to the Blues. You guys remember that one from the previous video. If you did not see the previous video, shame on you. Here it is, Patti Page, Invitation to the Blues. Well, here we go.
I couldn't sleep last night, just walked the floor.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't know how I'll stand this anymore. Lonely long time since I lost you. Receive your invitation to the blue. I don't know why you I just hope I'll never outlive this much again. Thanks for sending something I can hear. Receive your invitation to the blue.
Alright, that was fun, wasn't it? Okay, let's move on. Moving on. Alright. Alright, so that was Invitation to the Blues by Patti Page. We're almost done. Don't worry, you guys, we're almost done. So, next record that I have, that I promised you guys I would play, is Earl Grant. Don't point your finger at somebody else. Here we go. That one's next.
Don't point your finger at somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. No, don't point your finger at somebody else unless your hands are clean.
Billy Jones and Billy Jones, they fight most every night. But don't throw stones at Family Jones if you're not living right.
Don't point your finger at somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. No, don't point your finger at somebody else unless your hands are clean. Don't point your finger. Don't point.
Sister Sue and Brother Lou ain't acting like they should.
Oh, my trooper.
But who are you to put down Sue? Are you so special good? No, don't
Point your finger at somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. Don't point your finger at somebody else unless your hands are clean.
Don't make jokes at some poor folks who may have gone astray. Taking folks at other folks won't help them find their way. No, don't point your finger.
All right. So somebody else decided that he wanted to come and join the channel.
Somebody else. No, don't point your finger at somebody else.
Come on. Crazy guy. Come on. So Trooper decided he wanted to come and join the show. Yeah. I'm glad he made an appearance though. Anyway, that was Trooper, by the way. Okay, so there's that. I'm not going to play the B-side of that one. It's pretty much, you know, same stuff. Yeah, so there's one more song I wanted to do for this video. Yeah. But first, let's say hi to Trooper. There he is. Okay. Oh, yeah. He's a little camera shy. Just a little camera shy. Anyway. Okay. Alright, go down. Go down. Go down. You don't want to be part of the show? Sorry. Okay, so the last record that I have is This Old House by Boris Gardner. Okay? This was the guy that was from Kingston, Jamaica. And I really, really love the song. This one's a bit different from the rest of the ones I played. This is a reggae song from 1988. Alright? So I'm going to play a little bit of this song, and that'll be the end of this video. Okay? So here we go.
If you ever go away,
gave on my own. Like the free bird in the sky, is our love complete and true. And whenever years go by, it will always be just you. This old house will be our home, and the time will be our time. Let's not think about tomorrow. Let the memory season shine. This old house will be our home, just as long as love shall live. Let's not think about tomorrow. This old house will be our home.
It looks so pathetic, doesn't it? Anyway, that's the end of this video. Everything changed when Trooper walked into the room. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was part 2 of the special edition, where I am showcasing some very rare vintage 45 RPM records. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sure to be back with another video at some point. So I will see you then. Take care.